Day, hearty greetings to you. Thank you for joining this meditation experience. And we're continuing on our journey through soul lessons. These are truly life lessons, but they're of a spiritual nature, which, of course, the feeling this is very relevant to day-to-day life. Not to be reserved for just moments when I'm seated in a quiet room. And today, I really appreciate the focus today, and I'm going to be honest with you. These are actually being provided by our wonderful technician, who shall remain nameless because she may not like it if I name her, but I cannot take credit for this. So thank you to her. And this one I love so much because I think we get really, really hard on ourselves, either consciously or unconsciously, when we make a mistake. And what happens then is we get very hard on other people when they make a mistake, or even when we make a mistake, we get hard on other people. In fact, there's a culture of harshness around making mistakes, and that is so not productive. So not productive. Completely ignores the fact that things are happening for a reason. We're not just balls in a ping pong, a pinball machine kind of being knocked around arbitrarily. Things are happening for a reason. They unfold for a reason, and to appreciate that that's a very beneficial reason that things are going the way they are. There's something useful or productive. So I kind of miss that point when I become very harsh about mistakes. I love the idea that when it comes to the spiritual study or practice or journey, that the entire world becomes my classroom. And I have the opportunity to learn and grow at every moment. I do work, one of the areas I get to play in, the sandbox, is as a fitness trainer. And of course, the agreement when souls come in for a session is that they're there to develop and be challenged. And most of our job is, yes, we definitely applaud them, support them, give positive feedback, but we're also there to correct them so that they can get the most benefit from what they are doing. And I've noticed the ones who progress the most quickly are those who are able to take correction, are what we call coachable. And so if I can go through the day being coachable, able to learn from what's going on, I will grow so much more quickly. And what am I growing into? I am growing into my full potential, which is the equation for happiness. So sitting comfortably, eyes, that inner eye of being open, wide open. And I take a moment just to appreciate where I have arrived at in my life. The fact that I can even afford to use my time to sit here and engage in this kind of deeper reflection is remarkable. I appreciate that so deeply. And the fact that I have a comfortable space I can sit in, a roof over my head. Hopefully there's food in the fridge. These things that I have in my life. So much appreciation. And how will I use these things I have in my life? To never take anything for granted. to use everything in a worthwhile way so I can continue to grow, but also be a very benevolent presence in the world. And that's just not the beautiful things in my life, but also whatever is happening in my life. Let me take it as an opportunity to grow into a more and more benevolent presence in the world. I bring into my mind the memory, perhaps recent or past, of a situation that unfolded that I found very challenging, that definitely punched some buttons inside, maybe created reactivity of fear, worry, irritation, maybe even anger. Yes, I reacted in that situation. I bring that memory up in my mind. May have been very subtle. No one else may have known. But I knew that at that moment, I may not have been honoring my full potential, may not have been honoring my heart. I forgot myself. I became maybe a little less caring in maintaining my spiritual integrity. I bring that moment into my mind. And I ask myself, what did that moment teach me? Not the mistake I made. It was good that happened because it's revealing something to myself about myself, as if I was trying to protect something within myself that actually I need to let go of. Almost every time, it's that arrogance, that ego, that sense of valuing myself for all the wrong reasons that I am protecting by reacting. I would love to be liberated from that. So, what is the lesson I learned in that moment and every other moment where I may have reacted? I need to reinforce that experience of valuing myself for all the right reasons. Life is always sending me this lesson. What might have seemed a mistake was simply a reminder that I need to turn on the switch from valuing myself from all the wrong reasons. I need to begin valuing myself for all the right reasons. That lesson comes back again and again in the classroom of life. What are all the wrong reasons to value the self? Physical, external, and temporary. And what are all the right reasons? Spiritual, internal, and eternal. Very simply switching from thinking I am this physical image to remembering I am the being inside this image, this beautiful being, entity, a soul. My true value is completely independent of anything going on outside. That is a lesson I have to learn again and again. I cannot find my value in the things I do. I cannot find it in the eyes of others. And I certainly cannot find it by deceiving myself. To find my value, I have to go inside. It is, after all, the value of the self. That me that is constant and eternal. Arriving at a very powerful place inside. In a bank, they keep the greatest treasures in a place that's called a safe. And when I go deep inside, I feel like I arrive at a place that is very safe, very secure, very comforting, where my sense of value is never threatened, completely safe. Whatever happens around me, however others feel about me, whatever mistakes I might make, my sense of value remains safe. That place deep inside is the place where I experience who I truly am. I am this wonderful spiritual being, a soul, a subtle, invisible, eternal spark of life, point of consciousness. I exist eternally, and I am valuable, extremely valuable, because all the most sought after resources in the world can only be found inside of me. Everything the world is crying out for can only be found within the human spirit, inside each of us, waiting to be unlocked, waiting to be experienced. That inner peace, that pure love, unshakable integrity and dignity, the lightness of being, all of it is safe inside of me. The more time I spend in this safe place inside, the more powerful that true value becomes, and the more I can learn as I move through the day, the more I can grow and realize my full potential. so that the greatness of the human spirit doesn't become rare and random, but becomes a constant way of life. Om Shanti. Thank you for joining today.